Okay. Well, the reason I wanted to start like this, and it was a cool idea, but it has not really worked. My webcam's sideways. Uh, it's sideways no matter how I put it. Well, I guess I'll put it diagonal. It's my little jack-o'-lantern. Anyone who follows me on Twitter's probably already seen it. It's supposed to be Ragnarok Apocalypse. Yeah, I can't put it straight for some reason. Don't know why my webcam's doing this. Anyway, let's properly get started. First, I am gonna switch these lights back on. And my webcam is still sideways. How do I fix that? Well, thanks everyone for coming so far. I see there's 3 people here. How do I rotate my webcam? And why is it sideways? It's never sideways. I'll deselect that. Okay, that's fixed it. Anyway, just gonna extinguish my jack-o'-lantern because I am in the most flammable room of my house right now, so I cannot have that going off. But yeah, if anyone wants to see more of that jack-o'-lantern, I took plenty of nice pictures on Twitter. Now, finally, before we get started on the chapter, I know I'm a little bit later than usual, let's have a look at this sketch today. It's not a whole lot being explained here, it's just Gina saying, hey look, Nico, Uncle Nico, Mr. Nico, I'm flying through the air. As expected of you, Mr. Nico. And Nico's like, not quite sure what she's so excited about. And then she shows this cute little thing she can do, cute and extremely deadly, where she can point the unchanged blades downwards and then spin them, and she just becomes a blender. And I love it. You can actually see her doing it in last week's chapter against Change when she's running in on her. But I'm glad it got addressed in a weekly sketch here. But anyway, let's actually get started on the chapter finally. If you haven't noticed, the stream is... Okay, time zones weird. The stream might be starting late for you. Either way, it's definitely late compared to where the chapter comes out, and that is because I am working when the chapter comes out now. I haven't even had time to take my uniform off. That's why I'm just wearing a coat indoors right now. But anyway, let's get started on chapter 228. Nice to see you here, Takara. Okay, chapter 228, and we're still in the change fight. Okay, I'm not expecting it to be done this chapter, because I really think that we're probably going to finish this later, like in order. Like, surely we're going to start lower and work our way up. Oh, we've started the change fight already, but I don't see it finishing here. Not change, even if that person were to die? What in the world are you talking about? Master rules are the rules of this world instilled by God, as long as you all live in this world. Negating them is not an option. And the title of the chapter, Strength, is about Shen and Mui. Okay, I say Shen and Mui because they're in the fight, but let's be honest, this sounds like Feng. It sounds like Feng. And in the background here, we're seeing someone fighting. It's explosions, which makes me think war. Or it might just be clashing fists, which makes me think of Shen and Mui, but not their current fight. No, not a whole lot of fighting going on in that fight. But anyway, we are cutting over to them. Ooh, old man voice. I can do an old man voice.
Growing old is a wonderful thing. My rule of time causes people to grow old, becoming ineffectual and without claiming any lives, give up their seats to the new generation.
So this is very Feng-coded. Yeah, that's what all Feng's character arc was about in Tenor, I say.
Accept it. You humans have that saying, don't you? Old soldiers never die. They simply fade away. Fade away. You no longer have a purpose.
They're telegraphing this. And I don't care that it's telegraphed. I'm hype. I'm ready for this.
You've already grown 30 years older.
Damn, Mooey's hair goes white very young. Well, like late 40s? Okay.
It's only a matter of time before you turn elderly.
Boy, talk about boring. Why would they make such a pathetic rule, one of the world's absolutes? We've got plenty of purpose left in our lives. A rule like never going hungry or looking forward to wearing pretty clothes would be better. Oh, I love this. Koboku. Oh, that... I'm trying to remember where Koboku is from. I want to say that's one of Feng's techniques that was used in the summer arc. Which one was that? Is it like... It's like a force hit? Like, I want to say it was just like a basic-looking attack that did a bunch of damage. Anyway.
You possess this technique, and yet you still haven't realized why the concept of attacking came to be, and why violence turned into martial arts.
That's obvious. A no-brainer. There is only one reason. We may have grown old... Sorry, we may have to grow old and die along with them, but there is always someone we want to protect. Yes, my Shen voice and my Mooey voice are exactly the same because I can't do women's voices, so I've got Spunky, and that's both of them.
I see. That's the difference, then.
Let's hit it, Mooey. I think this is my first time where I have to read Chinese in these streams. Jidaole. Roger. Oh, double page spread, nice. Yi. San. Si. Wu. Liu. Qi? I'm not actually sure how to pronounce the Q in Chinese. But they are beating the beard off this old man. And it looks great. Something tells me it's not... something tells me it's not going to be that simple, but still. Looks great. Jurokai Zanko, 16 cycle mountain strike. Nice. Oh, I was really hoping we'd see like a big, flashy page like this. Preferably, like in my head, it was more people. Like have a Fang and Fuko and maybe Mei. But yeah, just a duo. I forgot what the original one's called. Hakai Zanko. Yeah, Hakai Zanko. Yeah, great. And Time's looking a bit worse for wear, but Shen is looking worse. Xie, Mooey, my dear, for growing old with me. Okay, let's get to Julia. I saw that soul guy enter the base. Let's help.
Indeed. Wonderful. It seems God chose a fine set of rules.
Yeah, I really shouldn't be assuming you've won this fight. Oh! Oh! You know, I thought maybe... Like, I spend way too much time thinking what could happen in these fights. And Time growing younger was a thing I considered. I didn't expect this. And suddenly, I was liking my old man voice, and I've got to throw it away. I'll go femboy. I don't know. I'm just going to say words, and how they come out is how they come out. God chose in each loop... Everyone's English. God chose in each loop master rules that would never change. The 100 rules that make human behavior more interesting. And I love this design. I love anything with clocks on it. I love the hat. The hat looks good on a younger man. The Is that a big hourglass axe or something? I love that weapon. I can think of someone on Twitter who almost certainly loves this design, and I can't wait to see. He grew young. Oh, I can start doing Shen's voice old. I'll do that. He grew young.
And we are the 10 superior rules among them. In the beginning there was soul. He never moved, and so God grew bored. Ergo, he added death. And by doing so, God ensured individuals would have to entrust things to the next in line. Adding change was the beginning of emphasizing the individual. Adding luck created gaps between individuals' successes. Adding justice birthed free will, and out of that came independence. Oh, I love Justice Phase 3. Oh, these Phase 3 designs. Oh, I love what is Justice's... Is it supposed to be a sun shield and a moon sword? And it's supposed to be like the crater surface of the moon? And it's like glowing? Oh my... Justice Phase 3. Yusai got Justice to go Phase 3. And you know what? That's good enough. That is good enough as a Yusai fan. Yes. She got something. I was not expecting a win. A Phase 3 is good enough. Whew. And we're about to see War Phase 3, I'm sure, when I turn the page. Now, let's just stop for a second, look at... So it's kind of like a reframing of what Beast was saying during his arc. And yeah, I love that it's focusing on people's individuality and passing things on to the next generation. And I'm sure everyone in chat's already read this chapter. I don't need to have read this chapter to know who's coming in at the end of this chapter, because they are really playing into this. Yeah, Justice Phase 3, War Phase 3, come on! Oh, my... Oh, the dog tags, the grenade, the hat, not sure... I mean, the hat's ripped in half, cool. But, oh my god, the guns... Led to bitter conflicts to protect individuals. Adding time introduced panic and the hope to grow in a limited amount of time. Adding beasts led humans to view themselves as special. Adding language smoothed out all the previous changes and hastened growth and degeneration. And with sickness, God regulated the overabundant numbers of lives that had come into being. I do love that we are just copy-pasting panels of the two who died. Sick Phase 3. Sick Phase 3? Not Sick Phase 3. Essentially, the master rules are the very rules of this game designed by God to force humans into action. Another foe. Of course, I even skipped over the panel because I know what's going on here. I see the Zuishin Tekan. Another foe. I suppose I talk too much. At least you acknowledge it, Time. I don't think Beast ever came to that realization, even as he was dying, that he really should have just shut up at a certain point. I do see a lot of messages in chat. I think I'll probably just finish the chapter and then go back and read. It appears choosing to wait and see... Oh, wait, no. Oh, this is probably Feng speaking. It appears choosing to wait and see was the right call. Thanks to you having your time sapped away, you son of a... This time monster and I can go head to head without holding back. Fang! You're unfazed. If you had fought him from the start, then we wouldn't be... Enough prattle, loser. You could have taken him. I'll handle the rest. You can move however you like.
I plan on doing just that, Master Moron.
You're not going anywhere.
Are you out of your mind? Who would be dumb enough to look away when faced with someone stronger than them?
You.
We'll leave him to Fang. He'll be able to negate that guy's ability with Unfade. No, Master Shen.
Oh, God, old lady voice. No, I can't do that. I can't do old lady. Oh, I won't have to do old lady. Unfade's already external. Oh my god. Oh, it's beautiful. I love the wispy effect. She's not growing old? I believe Master Feng just transferred Unfade to me.
Time.
I've already forgotten what voice I was just doing for Feng.
Time. With your death, my martial arts will be complete. Strength is about accepting growing old and bequeathing legacies. You rotten geezer, always trying to show off. That's the part of you I truthfully hate the most.
And Time saying, you're aging and yet... Yeah. Okay, so, this is interesting, where I was always wondering, talking about abilities being external or self-targeting, I was thinking, like, can you do both at the same time? And this chapter really confirms no. No, it is either self-targeting or external. So Feng's moved it to Mui, which... Interesting that he's moved it to Mui. Now, maybe that's him being kind and thinking, Shen can handle himself, I'll give it to Mui. But then again, there was a lot of talk in the Tenraisai arc of, like, Mui is actually really strong. Anyway, time to go back to chat, because lots of you lovely people have had things to say. Okay, time for peak. Nice to see you, Raph's Revenge. Phase 3 hype. The law that Luna started torturing humans because Soul is boring. Yeah, that's a fun one to think about. He never moved, and so God grew bored. Yeah, and we're clearly talking about Luna at this point. That's good enough. Proceeds to bench Yusai. Yeah, I'm fine. I'd like her to do more, but I'm 100% expecting Julia to carry this fight. Funny-ass chapter thumbnail they used on Manga Plus this week. Rafts, I haven't seen... I don't read on Manga Plus, I read on the Shonen Jump app on my phone. So could you just tell me what panel it is? Save me the time of looking it up. Wonder of the Grenade is his very core, very raw war design. Yeah, I wonder if the grenade is his core. Would be cool. Would also be horrendously impractical if you could just kill him by pulling that pin. So I'm going to say no, but it would be cool. Time has such a low opinion of Beastland and Sick. I know. I think everyone has a low opinion of Sick. And Beast was strong, but very, very, very dumb, let's be honest. And Lan knew what she wanted. And what she wanted wasn't what everyone else wanted. She just wanted to fight Nico at his strongest. So I don't think I can call her dumb. But, yeah, not a team player. Saving Phase 3 for 1, 2, 4, and 10. It seems interesting. Yeah, I'm surprised we didn't see Sick. I wouldn't be surprised if that's, like, literally just... There's only so many pages in the chapter. You know... Tozuka didn't want to cut out a page of content just to fit Sick. We'll get that later. And, I mean, Dead and Luck are going to be a big 2-page spread, I'm sure. What else have we got? I've got a lot of comments to go through today. Thanks, everyone, for interacting. It is something I love to see. I liked the explanation of the choices for the 10 first Master Rules. Yeah, I thought that was great. I think it's a good... I don't know why I'm immediately compelled to compare Beast's speech and Time's speech, but they're both great, and they both focus on different things. Enough prattle, loser is my new favourite Feng quote. Yeah. Oh, I don't know. I love who'd be dumb enough to look away when faced with someone stronger than them. It's similar to his line of like who would think of anything other than victory in Mortal Kombat that he said against Lan. Feng's great. Unfade Pog. Feng acknowledging Shen and Mui would have won without him interrupting, but he's going to interrupt anyway. No old lady hype. Zray went, oh, thank you, Danny DMMS and X reads to X for coming. Feng acknowledging Shen, yeah. Unfortunately, I do not believe this is external targeting. It's manifested in Mui fully because Feng died this loop, and he told the Unfade Souls to pass it to... Ooh! Huh. That is a very good theory. Oh my god, yeah. It's just like they always manifest at times it's painful, because she has to age without without Shen, and they said they'd grow old together. That's a really good theory. And that lines up with like why we never acknowledged at the end of the Lan arc. Like, we focused on Ichiko and what she did. She said, no, it's fine, I'll keep it. Feng could have... Okay, no, unless the functionality of the ability has changed, it clearly... Like, unless Mui, unlike Feng, can turn it on and off. Oh, wait, no, because you're saying it's just manifested now. Yeah, of course, because there is time between a negator dying and it passing on. So, yeah, you've got a good theory there, Takara. That's very interesting. I forget, Takara. Do you have like a different name on Twitter that I know? I forget. I know someone here that, like, I talk with them on Twitter sometimes, or I follow them, and they have a different name. Anyway, I still got messages to go through. Danny DMMS. He probably pick on his death versus Lan. I knew tragedy was about to happen. Not growing old with Shen dying if he kept fighting against time. Yeah, same idea, very good. Raph's Revenge, yeah, I wondered if it could be both. I think it might be that Feng's mindset has shifted to bequeathing unto others now, but it might be possible to do both if you can value yourself and others. The thumbnail was just Feng's... A thumbnail was just Feng's face? Oh, come on. That's dumb. No, I hate whoever made that decision. I mean, I realised from page 1 Feng would appear. Because, first thing, that title, talking about strength, who's it going to be other than Feng? Especially considering titles usually come from the end of the chapter. Anybody could have seen... Well, most people saw coming that Feng would appear in this fight. Okay, where was I? Feng is so Tsun, he completed his character arc 4 months ago and pretended he didn't. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's a good theory of Feng dying. But there can be a time delay. I think there is a time delay. I'm trying to remember why I think that. Yeah, I think there can be. Manifested when Shen thanked Mui for growing old with her. Okay, Jet Piranha. Of course, I thought so. Okay, well, okay. In that case, if I see you posting about this, I'll shout you out because you're the one who brought it up to me. I don't know if you're the person who came up with it, but because you were nice enough to tell me, I'll shout you out. Yeah. Okay. Finally, I can. Oh, was there a stream issue? Oh, okay. Maybe that was my internet. My internet is really bad. So maybe that's a problem with me. Okay. But yeah, I was just about to start like the discussion phase of this. So where do we start? We start with change, just making it very clear that the change fight isn't done. Also, I did say I like change phase 3. Let's be real though, comparing it to these other ones, these ones are a lot better, let's be real. Time. I think of these 3 new ones, my favourite is Justice. But Time and War are also really cool. I think Justice, then Time, then War for me, but they're all really close. Yeah, I'm just trying to think. I mean, if anyone's got any questions, feel free to post them while I think about. Oh, you took my sword, let me go straight to phase 3. So hoping to get more spreads to see their forms. Yeah, would have been nice, but I mean, these are enough, and I'm sure they'll get dramatic spreads when it's time to fight them. Changes especially, I think, would have benefited from more space to breathe. Yeah, but I also understand why Tozuka doesn't want to draw that much. That's why we're getting close-up shots of her this time, because it must be an absolute nightmare to draw all these lines. Like, time is sleek. You can draw time doing stuff. War and Justice aren't very sleek, but frankly, I think I'm not an artist, but I imagine they are a lot easier to draw than Change Phase 3. I also find it interesting that Tozuka always goes with lipstick, black lipstick for all the master rules, and Ruin. He really just seems to follow the logic of draw evil people with black lips. Curious about Death and Luck Phase 3. Yeah, I'm sure they'll have more time to breathe than any of these, I imagine. Looking at their Phase 3s, maybe Julia unjusticing some of them would be okay. Yeah. I mean, I totally think... My big takeaway is that I totally think that... Oh, no, now that I see it. On Justice's shoulders, one has the sun, one has the moon. So yeah, it's 100% a sun shield and a moon sword. 100%. It's funny to think that, like, God made these decisions billions of years apart. Like, regardless of if we're talking about sun or lunar here. It's, took a few billion years to, after Soul was made, and then, maybe Death's good. And then you realise, it's not really making that much of a change. Okay, I'll have to wait a few billion years to patch that one in. War looks cool. Beasts... I mean, the purpose of beasts being to make humans feel special. I feel like just that line makes Beast's lecture when he talks about, like, souls and everything, makes that feel a bit better. Like, his entire purpose is to make humans feel cool. That's why he had the speech of, like, oh, no, souls are a thing, and I can use them and you can't. And there's nothing could be done about that. Language smoothed out all the previous changes. Yeah, I feel like language was... language was just adding fuel to the fire. She didn't really bring anything new to the table. Yeah. Oh, nice. Adding time... thanks to having your time sapped away, this time monster and I can go head to head without holding back. Yeah, of course. I wonder how we're going to defeat time. Because hitting him very hard hasn't seemed to do anything yet. So maybe we hit him harder. But I do wonder if we need to, like, go for something a bit more nuanced. But yeah, honestly, that panel of Mui is is beautiful. I love it. I want to protect it. Her opening her eyes. Oh yeah, her opening her eyes definitely lines up with the theory that she's inherited Unfade. Because, the only other time we've seen her open her eyes is when she awakened Untruth. Also, no, big thing here.
going into the final spread, is that Feng is finally using the Zuishin Tekon Rod as a main weapon here. And we still need to find out what the final form of that is. I believe it has 4 confirmed forms, but we've only ever seen 3, which is Chonky, 2 Chonky pieces, and 3 Chonky pieces. There is a 4th one, which might just be 4 less Chonky pieces. But it was explained that there was a 4th form that we haven't seen yet. So I'm hoping we see that this time. Feng going old, yeah, we're gonna see Loop 100 Feng pre-Soul Cat, pre-Life is Strange. That's gonna be great. Yeah, I mean, this final page is hype as hell. I cannot wait. Ooh, now here's a question. Do I think we're gonna stick with this fight, or are we gonna cut away like we did with Change? I think we are gonna stick with this. I don't know. We're set up for a sick reveal, aren't we? We didn't get sick phase 3 this week, so it would make sense that next week we get sick phase 3, do the rip fight, and then come back to time. That way we're doing things in order. So yeah, I'd say I'd put my money 50-50. Well, I'm effectively not putting money on anything, but I'd say that 50% chance we're going to stick with this fight, 50% chance we're going to sick next week, I would say. Anyway, a lot more messages. Let's go back. Okay, that for sure. Inspired by Taiyo's Black Lipstick Fuko. Yeah, of course. As many on Twitter have pointed out, Time Phase 3 is straight out of Guilty Gear Strive. I haven't played Guilty Gear. I am familiar with some of the character designs because they're awesome. Is it Testament? I want to say Testament is the character that looks like that. This luck shit ain't moving me. Let me add move real quick. I can't get past everything happening. Everything having happened. Annoying thing with Streamlabs is when a new message gets put through, I get chucked to the bottom. I can't get past everything having happened because Soul bored Luna. Luna disparity is fun. The LAN one kind of confuses me. I don't know how that would smooth things over if people were just speaking different. Figured it'd lead to more conflict. Well, that's the point, Raphs. Is it smoothing things over from God's perspective? War wasn't quite working as well because everyone could understand each other. We add language, suddenly they don't. Suddenly they kill each other more. How to beat time, Kamehameha, obviously, with all of his ki. Yeah. It didn't smooth things over for human. Yeah, there we go, Takara. It smoothed over how much disparity and problems for rules caused humans. Raph's also hyped about the 4th form. Great to see. By creating culture that... Yeah, cool thing is literally going in the opposite direction as last loop. I think we will go to other fights, maybe Sick or Death. I think Death's going to be last. Other than Soul, probably. But I think Luck and Death are going to be the finale. I feel Rip focus next. Following the story arc order so far. Yeah, Testament. Okay, well, I think that's all I have to say. I think I'm ready to go get some food and start writing at my thread. If anyone else has any questions, I'll jump to those before I head off. But this is a great chapter. I've been thinking the last few weeks that I've only done one because I've only been on Twitter for a year. But, I like to do a yearly, top 10 chapters of the year. This year is going to be hard. And I thought it might be an easier one because I thought the recruitments would last longer, but we have had... I mean, this one's probably not making top 10, but that's just because of how good this year has been for chapters. Did you see me say who I was on Twitter? Jet Piranha, right? Yeah, okay, I'll shout you out because I don't think I would have considered that. Maybe on reread when I saw her eyes are open. Maybe I would have clocked that. I don't know. I probably wouldn't have, to be honest. But yeah, I'm glad I picked up on Justice's design because I feel like there's going to be a bunch of threads on Twitter of people being like, "Oh, the Moon Sword's awesome, the Sun Shield's awesome," and I'm glad I picked that up here. Yeah, okay, well, if no one else has anything to say, I will leave it there. As always, well, as I said, expect me on at this time instead of 30 minutes after the chapter drops because of my work schedule right now. But great chapter. Great talking to you today, everyone. Like, so many messages today. I love to see it. And, yeah. Have a great morning, evening, afternoon, wherever it is where you are. And I will see you guys next week. Goodbye.